For Chapter 10, I had Arthur cook a daring steak in the mess hall in order to give strength +2 to a bunch of my units. This will be crucial for reaching 1 round and 1 shot thresholds with all of these unforged bronzes. The units that it hit are Corin, Silas, Arthur, Effie, and Odin. The one unit that it didn't hit, who would have also liked it, is Niles, but a strength tonic will also do the job just fine. We do have a small amount of leeway for tonics. That leeway will be very important for other reasons too. The tonics I'm buying are 2 HP tonics, 2 strength tonics, a speed tonic, and a defense tonic. I could have afforded some skill and luck tonics, because my hit rates aren't the best here, but they're reliable enough to where I don't mind needing to reset a few times to get the outcome I want. My clear also has some room for backups in case some units do end up missing attacks. Corin receives the speed tonic since she needs it to be fast enough to double Oni savages. Effie receives a strength tonic, as even with a meal she is unable to one-shot ninjas without it. This barely pushes her to that benchmark. Niles needs both an HP and strength tonic. He needs the HP tonic to survive a big enemy phase, and the strength tonic is obviously to meet 1-round benchmarks. Nyx receives an HP tonic. She needs it to survive an enemy phase. The defense tonic we bought will only be used as a backup strategy mid-map if we miss too many attacks. The situation where this is required is rare, but it is very funny, so I will go for it if given the chance. For weapons, we're buying Silas a second bronze lance to forge and a javelin. We could skip the forged bronze lance in favor of the javelin at all times, but hit rates are undesirable, and this will get a lot of long-term use in the future. We need to buy a second fire tome for Nyx. She'll be fighting separately from Odin. We also get 3 new units on this map, which we want to prepare weapons for. We'll need to buy 4 bronze axes for Niles. We also need to buy a 5th bronze axe for Odin, as well as buying our 2nd bronze sword. Of course, those bronze axes on Niles are going to be forged together. At the moment, we can only reasonably afford 1 super forged weapon, and for the time being, the axe is the best weapon type for this. This thing will be seeing use for the entire game. With our minimal remaining money, our final purchase will be a heart seal. From an objective standpoint, the strongest recipients of this heart seal are either Corin, the main lord who participates in every chapter, or Jacob, the pre-promote who can get 2 of the best heals in the game in Elbow Room and Shelter and obtain a whopping 8 movement. Elise, Nyx, or Arthur could similarly swap to their classes and get fantastic skills and utility. Using it on Silas would make him essentially a much better mercenary than Selena or Laszlo ever would be. Odin would become our fastest infantry unit, and promoting him to Master of Arms would help with mid to late game maps using effective weaponry and his insane stats. And the last great candidate is Niles, who can essentially become a stronger version of Dark Mage Nyx, promoting to Dark Knight to become similar to the heights of Leo. The option I'm going with is Odin. To be clear, in regular playthroughs, I do think that it's much easier, cheaper, and better to train him as a regular Dark Mage. However, this is a playthrough where we don't have access to the many Spirit Dusts in the game, which greatly hurts his longevity since he'll be outperformed by Leo immediately. I also did play ahead to check everyone's growths, and my Odin in particular gets immensely stat screwed in magic, but on the other hand gets really blessed in strength and speed. If we play into that, he'll quickly become one of the strongest units in our army. There's also the benefits of Vantage being a defensive skill. When we can, we kinda want to make use of Vantage setups. Our healing is limited, so it's ideal if we use units that don't care about healing. If anyone hasn't, I do recommend giving Physical Odin a try. He's off meta, but that's the point, isn't it? Our turn 1 is setting up Nyx and Corrin to enemy phase the starting Spear Fighters and Oni Savages, respectively. In order to survive the Spear Fighters, Nyx needs Lily's Poise, Gentium, and the HP tonic. Silas is refreshed in order to put Corrin in range of all 3 Oni Savages without being in range of the ninja. Corrin needs to fight unpaired since she can't kill without Silas's dual strike. If Corrin gets hit by the Steel Club Oni Savage, as well as one of the other 2, Vow of Friendship will activate. This causes the Sky Knight that Silas is in range of to ignore him, so we'll have to deal with her later. Odin grabs the only house that matters. Effie will be seeing a lot of unfortunate hit rates against the ninjas on this map. Unfortunately, she can't really afford to miss the ones at the start. Arthur can only afford to miss this attack if the Sky Knight near Silas had died on enemy phase. Since Vow of Friendship activated, he also has to hit this.
Such heroism!
Elise heals Nyx back up to a point where she won't die to the Sky Knight. Remember, right now she has 9 defense thanks to auras. Elise is also benefiting from Gentium. Silas uses the Javelin to kill the ninja using Corrin's dual strike. They both need to hit. Corrin body blocks the Sky Knight to force it into attacking Elise on enemy phase. We could have killed it with Niles, but he needs to be shot up to the archers by Azura. He needs to reach the ballista before they do. Baruka will help Niles, as her pair-up is essential for him to reach 1-round benchmarks on the archers. Camilla will fly left. Rose's Thorns and her massive dual strike damage is essential for helping Odin 1-round the Oni Savages. Selena will spend this turn as bait for the enemy Sky Knight near the right side house. We don't want her to go closer to Niles since he doesn't have time to deal with an extra enemy right now. Arthur uses Silas's dual strike to kill this Sky Knight. Afterwards, we'll do a bit of transfer tech to get Arthur paired into Corrin, as well as get Corrin healed. Corrin needs Arthur pair up to reach 1-round benchmarks on the Oni Savages. She's going to kill all 3 near Oboro while staying just outside of her range. We want the heal staff to go back to Elise, but we need to make sure Elise reaches a specific tile next turn. That's why Nyx takes the staff and pairs up with her, instead of Elise taking it herself.
Together we shall prevail. To the rescue!
I'll return the favor. I do.
Kill them all.
I guess that's it.
I'm here to help. You have my support.
Since Odin dodges this attack, we'll be able to play more aggressively with him for the entire rest of the map. If he had gotten hit here, we'd have to forego some experience in order to keep him safe. To be honest, I had never actually seen the Spear Fighter move to the tile it's standing on here. My original order of moves was to have Silas kill the ninja with Effie, and then Effie kill the Sky Knight immediately after. While I think of a new order of operations, I decide to deal with the other problems first. Corin kills the Sky Knight Jacob weekend, then gets refreshed to help Arthur kill the one near Selena. On the other side, I have to kill the Spear Fighter before the Sky Knight now. This requires altered positioning of Nyx and Jacob, but Effie and Silas will stay the same. Nyx will get attacked by the ninja here, and is in range of a second Sky Knight now. Luckily, this Sky Knight in particular is one of the ones that don't attack in favor of going for the seize point, so Nyx will still survive this enemy phase. Elise goes next to Corin to heal her. This would be more significant if she had actually gotten damaged. Niles drops Baruka in range of both the weakened Spear Fighters. She needs to be in attack stance in order to kill, and it brings Niles closer to Elise, who needs to heal her.
Let me get a taste.
You took my target.
Niles needs to use the ballista to weaken the Sky Knight approaching him, then Baruka can clean up. It'd be really bad if she was left alive on this turn.
Done.
Everything will be fine.
Enjoy the afterlife.
Effie and Silas go bully Hinata.
I have faith in you. My turn. It's not over yet. Thank you. I'll protect you. Knock it off. You have my support. Need a hand?
It's not required for Nyx to hit this, but it does make things a lot easier.
Well,
We could have Corrin deal with the right-hand Sky Knight now, but that would require her to go in Oboro's range, so instead she just waits. These Onis are a bit too strong for Odin to fight on enemy phase, so Camilla will handle them for the time being. After getting healed again by Elise, Niles can kill the second wave of archers.
No! Amateur!
that was good for me.
Kill them all.
I guess that's it. The chosen hero arrives! Your end is here!
Glad that's over with.
Base stats, by the way. No forges, no auras, no peril.
Aww.
Prevail!
Niles switches to Baruka, who needs to be healed by Elise before her next round of combat. Even though the water's drained, we're not going to do anything special until next turn. Making an aggressive push now would overextend my units way out and create total mayhem. Instead, we'll just be cleaning up the Sky Knight some more.
On my honor as a knight.
It's important that Odin kills this Oni Savage from the left side and not from above. That way, he can instantly apply Heartseeker to the ninja reinforcement. Oboro importantly becomes aggressive starting on turn 7. We need to find a way to take her out as fast as possible, since she's by far the most threatening unit on this entire map. Before that, we can have Odin take some experience. If he had gotten damaged earlier, he'd have to pair up with Camilla and let her deal with everything. This hit isn't required either, but again just makes things a bit easier. Corrin once again will go in range of the Oni Savages, while just barely staying outside of Oboro's range. We don't want her to go towards Corrin. Baruka will bait Oboro by just barely going outside of her range. This will seal her strength and defense, but that won't be too much of a hindrance. More importantly, it will get her over the edge to grab Lunge.
Let's give it hell.
All right.
Since Corrin leveled strength earlier, she no longer needs Arthur to one-round these guys.
We can do this together. I won't let you.
Guess I did it right.
Careful out there. You are a good hit.
That's all?
Niles is the only unit on this side of the army that's fast enough to double Oboro. It's a good thing she brought herself right to him. It's important that Arthur gets this kill. We don't want Oboro to stay alive for even a turn longer. Leaving the Sky Knights alone for now is fine, since they won't attack our units on enemy phase. Instead, Silas wants to be healed by Elise before going back to fight the paired up Oni savages. Corrin isn't strong enough to kill these guys, unfortunately, so we have to use the Forged Bronze Lance.
Here I am. Can I help? Are you okay?
That was too close.
Odin can pair up with Jacob here to grab Vantage. He's going to level 20 before promotion anyways, but it's nice that we got this as soon as we could. Okay. The situation on the other side is frankly really bad. So ideally Camilla can come help out. We need to deal with these Sky Knights now, or else we'll lose the game. If Silas gets help with Rose's Thorns, he'll be able to one-shot them with the Javelin. Luckily, keeping Azura and Elise in the middle will help facilitate that. Since we're here, we might as well. That was scary, but thankfully we're done with the shaky hit rates. Arthur can switch Silas back to the Bronze Lance.
We can do this together. I'm here for you. Thank you, sidekick.
This puts Arthur in range of the paired up archers, but he's not in range of anyone else, so he will be okay. More importantly, we need to not lose. These Sky Knights need to be lunged back at least 2 tiles in order to keep them away from hitting the seize points. Thankfully, we just got lunge on our Baruka, and we have a conveniently placed Arthur that can lend her a hand axe. She doesn't have to hit this. You don't need to take damage at all to be lunged. Again, this Sky Knight is not aggressive, so this doesn't put Arthur in any danger either. As long as we can kill it next turn, we'll have cleared the map. There's multiple ways we can go about killing these guys, so it's really just a matter of picking your favorite option. In an absolute bind, we can just use Camilla. Since Effie missed this ninja, we might as well give the kill to Odin. This is the last map for Nyx, Selena, and Elise, as well as the last combat map for Effie. However, she will be deployed for other purposes.
Strength is everything! Glory unyielding!
That was hectic at the end, but very manageable. See you next time.